Today we are discussing a beginner's view to meditation. So I hope that this will help you on your meditation journey. If you are new to meditation, this is going to be a great video for you. If you are experienced within meditation but you just need a refresher, this is also going to be great for you. My name is Manisha. Thank you for joining me today. So let's go ahead and get started. The thing about meditation is you want to be in a comfortable position regardless of how you are sitting. So people get hung up on the sitting postures and like, oh, I can't sit in a certain way. I can't sit in lotus pose, for example. I can't sit in half lotus, for example. You know, like they get hung up on how you should sit. I can sit in all of those positions. I'm able to, I have the flexibility. But does that mean that every single time I meditate, I sit like that? No, it doesn't mean that. Because the objective of meditation is to deepen the strength of your mind. So you're working on building that resilience of your own mind. So how your body is positioned to accomplish that is really truly up to you. So however you feel comfortable is what I want you to think about in meditation, especially, I need to emphasize, especially when you're starting out, okay? So people get hung up on like, oh, I can't sit in this certain way, therefore I can't meditate. No, that's not the case, okay? You can meditate regardless of how you're sitting. You can meditate if you're sitting in a chair. You can meditate if you're laying down in bed, like all the way flat on your back. You can meditate however you want. You don't have to be sitting in a certain position. You can even be standing when you're meditating. You can even be walking when you're meditating. So you don't need to get hung up on how you're sitting to meditate correctly. What you do need to really focus on and put the emphasis on is what your mind's doing. So let's talk about that. So now that we've talked about how you're sitting, really anything that's comfortable for you is what I want you to think about, especially when you're starting out. So now that we've talked about how you're sitting, let's move on to how you are approaching this with your mind. Okay, so what exactly are you doing within your mind to deepen your meditation practice and to ultimately reach the goal? And the goal is to build resilience, to build strength, to build an awareness, a deeper awareness of yourself within your own mind, right? So that's our goal. That's what we're doing this for. We're meditating with the realization that an awareness of ourself enriches our own mind, enriches our own life. And it's not that we have that goal always in mind when we're meditating, but the fact of the matter is that is what meditation does. It's almost like you do it and that's the effect, right? We're not doing it for the goal of deepening our own mind and resilience and strength of our mind. We're not doing it for that goal, but that is the effect. That is what happens when you meditate correctly. So that's what I'm here to tell you about. So whatever comfortable position that you want to be seated in, standing in, walking in is fine, okay? But let's talk about what happens within the mind, because that's truly the essence here of meditation. So within your meditation practice, you are trying to truly observe your thoughts without judgment, without casting any sort of analysis on what's going on within those thoughts. You're purely just observing, okay? So observing them as they come in, observing those thoughts as they come in, and observing them as they float out, right? So as they float in, you're taking notice. As they start to exit the mind, you're taking notice. You're not casting judgment. You're not analyzing within that moment. You're just noticing. Okay? And the other thing is that people think they need to empty their mind as they're meditating or just like totally erase their thoughts. That's not the case either. Okay? The objective of meditation is to purely observe, because that observation in itself is so powerful. It is extremely powerful. And so you want to get really good at that. You want to get really good at observation without judgment. Observation with the pure objective of awareness. Awareness of what is going on within the mind, awareness of how you're feeling, awareness of any sensations that rise within the body and mind, awareness of how those things are playing out within the body and the mind, without any sort of judgment or any sort of analysis or any sort of even, preconceived notions that you might have regarding those thoughts. So just pure awareness is what you're thinking about. And when you become aware of your mind, you are better able to make those changes necessary to improve and grow. But that comes later on. When you're starting out, the pure focus is really, truly observation. Building that awareness, building that focus. So let's talk about another thing that a lot of people come to me with is that they say, oh, I can't focus. I can't meditate because I can't focus. So let's talk about that a little bit more. When you are meditating, you don't have to sit down for a long period of time to do this, okay? You can start out with even just like 30 seconds, okay? 30 seconds might not sound like a lot, but if you're meditating correctly, if you're practicing everything that I just said within your meditation practice, 30 seconds is actually a long time. And if you start out with 30 seconds and you truly do it correctly and you build upon that, so 30 seconds, 30 seconds, 30 seconds, day after day after day, you increase that gradually. You increase that to a minute, you increase that to 2 minutes, you increase that to 5 minutes, you increase that to 10 minutes. Well, hey, now you're at 10 minutes. How awesome is that? So what you want to think about is truly just practicing the art of focusing. So you're practicing building upon the art of focusing, building upon the skill, because let's face it, focusing is a skill, right? Even when we're in school, the ability to focus is a skill in itself. So you want to build upon that skill. So how do you build upon that skill? With time, with patience, with observation, and with clear determination that you are not at your end point. You are gradually in a process of growth, of renewal, of revelation, and you will get there. And you need to do that art of slowly building upon what you already know. So going back to what I was saying with the focus is you want to start out with whatever you can do. So whether that's 10 seconds, 30 seconds, 1 minute, 2 minutes, just start out with whatever you can do and gradually build upon that. Because even within just 10 seconds, 30 seconds, you will see a difference. I guarantee you will see a difference. You will see a difference. And as you do that, you will slowly begin to build upon your ability to meditate, your ability to focus, your ability to notice within your own being, within your own self. So I hope that these tips have been helpful. I hope that you were able to gain some knowledge or at least deepen your understanding of meditation. But truly just being able to sit, observe, bring awareness to how you're feeling at that very moment, even if it's just for 10 seconds, is truly powerful. It's truly valuable to your own being. So hopefully this helps you out. Again, my name's Manisha. Thank you for joining me. Be well.